Olivia just shot one. Maybe. They run off. But we'll go look here in just a second. I don't know. I like it whenever they just fall down after you shoot. All right, we are at the Salt Plains, and Libby just thinks I'm so funny. We're at the Salt Plains on a special draw-in hunt, and hopefully Libby can make it happen, right? She said, mm-hmm. All right, come along with us. Okay, so kind of the thing here is we've got to kill a doe first, then a buck. So you got to get a doe on the ground first. I know we can scream right here because we're not hunting right now. So I'm not sure how many people are actually hunting here. We got there a little bit late. Had to get our own little private introduction session. I thought it started at 12, and I looked at my email kind of right before I left, and it said it started at 11. And we had a 4-hour drive. Let's just say I couldn't make up an extra hour. I tried, but I didn't make it. But they were fine with it. Very nice people. I kind of thought they might be a little bit aggravated with me, but they wasn't. But anyways, we've got our own little section. It's about a mile section, but we're sharing it with 2 other hunters. So with being the last ones here, we get the last pickings.
We have to walk.
So we've got to walk. We've got to walk a long ways, but that's okay. Libby says that I'm out of shape, and I say round is a shape, but I guess that don't count. So her job is to kill a deer and get me in shape this weekend. Huh?
She's really uncomfortable.
I could have dropped you off.
Look how cold I'd be just sitting there for a whole.
Well, all right, so we've never been to this place. This is our first time over here. It's about a 4-hour drive for us. It's north and west of Enid, and it's a pretty neat area. It's a great big lake that we're staying on. We're staying in the state park in some cabins, and it's pretty nice. It's like a 5-star luxury resort, isn't it, Livy? No, it's got the good old wood paneling from the 70s. Whatever, but it's fun. There's an old tree stand in that tree. Look. See it? Which they cross right through here. Alright. So I'm out of breath. So we're gonna try to make it happen. So I had to shed some clothes. I was starting to perspire. Perspire, yeah, that's it. This hunting, you gotta get all dolled up.
What is that?
Huh? My binoculars. Here, where's my strap at?
We could have been all the way up there by now.
Oh, I needed a break. Doctor says I got a little bit of a weight problem.
What?
It's off a movie. Just coming this way. are too long. Just little bitty things, but they're more than 3 inches. I know it. I thought it was going to be. Military influences on the salt mine. The United States Army Air Corps used these salt flats as a practice bombing and gunnery range in 1942 and 46. This defense training site was once known as the Great Salt Plains Bombing Range. Bombers were sent from Oklahoma City and Enid, Oklahoma, Pratt, Dodge City, Kansas Army bases to target practice. Glass vials from chemical agent identified as CAIS, C-A-I-S, were found in the digging area in 2007. These were used by the military until the 1960s to train soldiers to identify chemical agents. These training sets were not designed to be lethal. These vials were removed, and studies have been completed over the remainder of the dig area to locate any further military vials or munitions. We have reopened the dig area with reasonable assurance that there is nothing to be found besides selenite crystals beneath the surface. Only the areas open to selenite crystal digging were surveyed. Pay attention to boundary signs. Things to watch out for include glass vials, metal objects, munitions that look like shotgun shells. If you see anything that looks like these items, something you do not recognize, remember the 3 R's. Recognize. This does not belong and could be dangerous. Retreat. Do not touch, disturb, move it. And report. Call. So that's what they kind of look like. Well, we're here at the Salt Plains and we're taking a little break from hunting. Had to go get us some grub, and there's not a whole lot of places to eat around here. It's kind of a desolate area. But the salt mines are closed down because there's a migratory bird that is flying through here, and we can hear them while we're hunting. They kind of got a certain sound to them, some kind of crane. But we're over here on the overlook. Kind of windy, chilly. Pretty wide open. But I guess you can go out there and you can dig for stuff. Well, there's no deer out here, Olivia. No deer. Alright, we're gonna head back to the woods.
Obviously.
Olivia just said, oh, there's a possum. Nope. It is a possum and a half shell. Good thing.
Will it attack me if I touch it?
Oh.
It's like a turtle.
Crazy. Alright, so we are on the second evening hunt. This morning we saw several bucks, a couple doe, but we just couldn't make it happen. Our last little sit, we were sitting there, and I was messing with my phone or something like that. I think I was actually responding to the nice fine folks there on YouTube. And
No, you weren't. We were FaceTiming Mom.
actually, were we facing? No.
Yeah, we were. We were watching the game.
No, this was the doe.
Oh.
And I hear something coming. I said, Olivia, coming. It's a doe. And we got everything ready, but it was coming in real fast. And I went, like that right there. And it just took off running the other way. That sound, that Olivia didn't understand why I did that. For those of you who are hunters, you guys might know the sound. You do that to get them to stop. Well, this doe was already scared. She was running, and the mare didn't make it stop. It made it run faster in the other direction. So, huh? Oh, this is the sun. So we're walking over here to our spot. We have to park at a certain area, and it's about a mile walk, almost a mile, just to get to the road to walk another mile. So it's about a 2-mile walk every time we want to go to the truck. But it's worth it. We saw some deer, but the first, well, it wasn't the first deer we saw this morning. This morning, over on private land, we were kind of up on this big knoll, and we could see a long ways. There was a really nice 10-point over on private land, but it would never come over. So we went on down, and we were walking on this kind of this strip, and that's whenever we saw the deer, and we laid down, and we watched these bucks. And there was almost, I couldn't get my phone out because I was laying on the ground. We were in the wide open. We were just like army crawling. And we had him in our scope. I mean, but we could never get on a doe. But we sit there and just watch those bucks. That's just kind of the rules of the hunt. Kind of what they're wanting to do is make sure that a doe is taken. It's part of their game management to help with overpopulation of the deer. Everybody wants to go hunting. They want to kill a big old buck. So if they would say, a buck and a doe, well, people would just shoot a buck and then leave, and they would never kill the does. So kind of their rules here is a doe, then a buck. Well, all we've been seeing is bucks, and it's getting a little bit aggravating. Now Olivia says I gotta be quiet. But whenever we laid down an army crawl, or just we didn't really crawl, we laid down. What did we lay down in?
I don't know what they're called.
I call them goat heads. But some people call them sandburrs. But we've been picking them off of us all morning long. And they are bad hombres. All right. We walked our mile. How much more we got to walk?
Like a mile.
Another mile. Are you up to it? Mm-hmm. All right. There's the path we're going. Mm-hmm. Well, we had a doe walk like 10 yards right over here beside us. And I couldn't get Olivia on it. It was just right there. Well, it's pretty windy, so you kind of got to see them before you're going to hear them. It's kind of nice technology. Katie was doing a Facebook Live, kind of for the family. Philip, he is playing his first tournament. I'm supposed to be coaching it, but the way the tournament fell and everything, me and Olivia's here on this hunt. So we're 4 hours away from them, but we got to watch them. And they just won their first tournament. They played last night, and then they lost last night to this team. It was like, what was the score?
Like 4 or something.
It was like 4-16, I think. And that was their first game when they lost it. Katie said that Phil was pretty upset. Excuse me. But they had a good game this morning. They won pretty handedly. And then they won in the championship by 4. So I'm going to hear all about it here in a little bit from Philip. But while we were watching it, that's whenever that doe came up. She actually came up twice. I think it was a young fawn. Okay, for those that don't know whitetail hunting, there's a thing called a scrape. And the buck will actually run a stick kind of up there, like off of a low-lying branch, up into a gland inside their eye. And then they'll scrape on the ground and pee in it. This one was hit this morning. We've got to get a doe before we can shoot one of these guys. But man, he actually pooped right there. There's fresh poop. And he took and he just raked all this out. I think they call it a licking branch. Right there's kind of where he broke it off. We were going to kind of walk up there, and there were some other hunters. Part of the hunt was up there, so we're going back down. Olivia just shot one. Maybe. They run off. But we'll go look here in just a second. I don't know. I like it whenever they just fall down after you shoot. So we've been tracking this deer that Livy shot. And I want to do a spoiler alert. I think I see some white up here. Livy's pretty pumped. We tracked this thing probably about 100 yards. A great shot, Livy. Hey, good job, girl. Whoops.
Did you see how far that was? You had no faith in me.
I thought Livy missed it. Perfect shot.
It's like an open area.
Perfect shot. We're getting harassed by a armadillo over here. Olivia, your first public land deer. We've hunted hard, hadn't we? How many miles have we walked? We probably put 5-6 miles in today. Every time we go to the truck, it's at least 2 miles. We work pretty hard. We've had to pass up some big bucks because we got to get a doe first. And she did an awesome shot, good ethical shot. The doe ran a little ways, you know, but you couldn't ask for a better shot. Didn't ruin the meat. Just a great hunt. Dad didn't have much faith in her, so I thought she missed it, but I couldn't see it as good as she did. But that's a good mature doe, Olivia. Proud of you. You did good. All right, we're gonna get her cleaned up and packed out of here. Well, this is the last time we gotta walk this daggum road. It's into the hunt. We saw, how many deer this morning? 3. Saw a little 6-point. Didn't want to shoot it, it was too small. A doe with it, wasn't it?
I think so.
And then we saw a little spike there at the end, didn't want to shoot it either. But Olivia, she got a nice mature doe last night. Worked out great. So we got meat in the freezer. That's good. And we had a great time. We walked a lot. About every time we hunted, it was a 2-mile walk. So we did that 2 times yesterday, so it was 8 miles just to get where we're hunting. We're a little bit tired, but this is the last time we got to walk this road. So all in all, it was a successful hunt. We had a good time, lots of laughs. Olivia laughs at her dad way too much. Usually it's like me falling down or something like that, or rolling my ankle, or doing something dumb. But it was a good time. Everyone was safe, and the weather was kind of nasty at first, but it ended up being a real nice morning this morning. So I think this is probably gonna do us for the trip. Olivia, you got anything to add? She did a great job. I'm super proud of her. We hunted a lot, we walked a lot, and she did not complain one time.
Yeah.
When did you complain?
That was cold.
Oh, she'd complain it was cold every once in a while. But that's just part of it. But we had a good time. So, well, I'm gonna get off here unless we see something else really interesting. Guys, thanks for watching here on Stoke Living, and appreciate all your kind comments. And we will see you on the next adventure. You guys stay safe, and we'll see you next time. God bless. See ya.